Hi, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you are new here. We are going to watch The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This is episode 1 titled New World Order. And before we get going, yes, usually it's me and Kat. The channel is called Kat and Sonny, but maybe you recognize this guy. It's known as Major Dad on the channel. This is my father, and he's going to be joining me for these reactions. Kat will be back, or when it comes to the Marvel stuff, she will be back for the Loki series when that one premieres. But yeah, you're joining me for this one, and I'm very grateful that you said yes and that you can find time in your busy schedule to be a part of these reactions at least.
And I'm looking forward to some good entertainment. And just up front, if I look like a grumpy old guy, it's because I am a grumpy old guy and I had a shitty week at work. So I will try to smile whenever possible, but as I said, I had a shitty week at work. You know, the kind of employee that's absolutely perfect, performs above and beyond, high morale and integrity and all perfect in all the way. Mm-hmm. I have one just the opposite during this week. So I'm kind of
fed up.
Yeah, kind of fed up with the week here, and apparently hitting your employees are frowned upon. So I better bite it.
Don't do that. Don't hit anyone.
But I'm looking forward to some good entertainment, and I'm looking forward to see where they take this with the Winter Soldier and the Falcon. Mm-hmm. The New World Order, as it's called, it's right after Endgame. So I'm wondering where it's going to, and talking about great people, good people. I really love Captain America. He's a decent guy, integrity, and I'm looking forward to see what they do with the Falcon, trying to pick up the mantle or the shield, if you want. See where that's going to take it. So let me get entertained, hopefully with some humor in there as well. So
there's definitely going to be some of that Marvel humor that we know, and then a lot of action. And I'm expecting for this series to be more of the typical MCU style that we're used to from the movies compared to the series that we just got, which was WandaVision. We definitely enjoyed. I enjoyed it and watching it with Kat on the channel, and you also saw that that series. It was a bit more of an experiment, you could call it, but it definitely still pushed the story forward. It happened mere weeks after Endgame, and this is, as far as I know, about 6 months after Endgame. So yeah, as you just alluded to, the title New World Order, something is, they're going to show us how the world is and how they are moving forward after what happened in Endgame. I can imagine, yes, people coming back. At first, there was probably a lot of celebrations, but then there was a 5-year period where people were gone. So that's also going to bring along some complications as well. But should we just jump into it and then talk about it afterwards?
Yeah.
Yes. And you are caught up on all the Marvel stuff, so it's not you're a total newbie to this. Usually, like the stuff that we've done on the channel has been more in your wheelhouse, and you're usually the expert when it comes to the stuff that we've been watching, which is more history related, World War II. And here I guess I'm more of an expert.
Kind of sticks better in my mind with history, but I'll just ask you questions along the way, and
this sticks better in my mind. So yeah. Anywho, you can of course always check out our full-length reactions where you can sync up the footage with your own copy of the episode. We also have early reactions for some of the shows that we're doing. It's all over on Patreon, and the link is down in the description below. And here we go.
I can relate to that.
Just ironing shirts, getting ready for work. Oh, Sam, and the shield is on his bed.
Yeah, I would be eyeing that one too.
It's a big responsibility.
That's kind of nice. Like with your bowling ball.
Nice little case. Bag.
Like it's someone else's. It isn't.
Thinking back to when you got it.
Yeah.
It's Sam. This has to be subtle.
Subtle. Got it.
I have a feeling it's not going to be subtle.
Yeah, right.
Sure. Neat.
Like the gadgets and stuff.
Whoop. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. At least there's an autopilot. Is this the same guy from Winter Soldier that Cap fought on a ship? Pretty well made so far. Like, definitely feels like we're just watching an MCU movie.
Yeah. I like his sidekick, Red Wing.
Yeah.
If we get to the border, he's not gonna follow.
Sure. He's definitely taking people out.
How long I got? 90 seconds?
Whoa. Oh, that was close.
There's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah. Got him. Well, that guy survived again.
Most likely, yeah.
Success.
Both the heroes and the bad guys are kind of hard to kill.
Yes. Tunisia. We've been there.
We've been there for Star Wars.
Of course.
ديت لي مرتي بعيشك برشا.
أنا كوندما فرهم باش ناوناك سيتي.
That was nice, Captain America. Like,
Call themselves the Flag Smashers.
Was that a new thing? Bad guys give themselves bad names?
There's a lot worse names than that one. Basically, they think that the world was better during the blip.
Of course.
I do gotta ask you though, because like online, there's just been a lot of stuff about Steve. Actually, some people, they think that he's in the secret base on the moon, looking down over us.
I can assure you, those people, you don't have to take seriously.
But you didn't like fly him to the moon?
No.
Nah.
Steve represented the best in all of us. Courageous, righteous, hopeful. And he mastered posing stoically.
Hey,
The
Rhodey.
world has been forever changed. So today we honor Steve's legacy, but also we look to the future. Thank you, Captain America. But this belongs to you.
Wow. Just gonna put it in a glass case and not even use it.
I say you're gonna make me ask.
it's a nice tribute to Captain America.
Very much, yeah.
Feels like it belongs to someone else. Not someone else is Steve.
The world's broken. Everybody's just looking for somebody to fix it.
I imagine there was a lot of cooperating in that 5-year period. Everybody had something to band together about because everybody lost someone.
Yeah.
All over the world in every country. And now that people are back, as they
Must
say.
be confusing,
Yeah.
both for the returnees, but
Yeah. And the people who are still alive. Whoop. Well, hello, Bucky. Is this a flashback? Because he's got his old arm back and his old...
it must be.
Yeah.
Hail Hydra.
Yeah. Hail Hydra. Oh, no. No eyewitnesses?
Yep, flashback.
So, Mr. Barnes, are you still having nightmares?
No.
Right.
You're alone. You're 100 years old. You have no history, no
Are
family.
you lashing out at me, Doc?
She's not helping much.
I didn't have a moment to deal with anything, you know? I had a little calm in Wakanda.
Yeah,
And
that's
other
pretty
than
much
that,
it.
I just went from one fight to another for 90 years.
Look, I know that you have been through a lot, but you got your mind back. You are being pardoned. I mean, these are good things. You're free.
To do what?
Yeah.
To do what?
Yep.
You should ask her out. He would like to take you out on a date, maybe to bingo or a night of Pinnacle.
Bingo.
Okay.
Wow.
Tomorrow night then?
Tomorrow night's great.
That's an odd wingman.
I haven't danced since 1940.
Yeah, he haven't dated anyone in many years.
Watashi no Musuko, he was working abroad, and he was killed. The police said, wrong place,
Oh.
wrong time, but
That's the guy from the flashback.
Oh.
That's why he's spending time with him. To make amends.
Blue for the snapper, orange for the white fish.
Oh, his family. Ah.
What's up?
Uncle Sam, you're back early.
Uncle Sam.
I won't let you down. We can turn this shit around. Trust me.
To the rescue, huh?
Always.
Well, if that's not the most adorably old-fashioned thing anyone's ever done.
Well,
he's 100 years old.
I was half expecting him not to show up for the date, but he actually did it.
Wait, how old are you?
106.
Not lying. Battleship. Huh. Stop waving at me.
That's kind of annoying.
I think it's really sweet you're spending time with Yori. It's been hard for him since his son died.
I think not knowing how it happened is the hardest part for him. It really messed him up. You know how we call a guy whose wife died a widower? Or if your parents die, you're an orphan. There's no word for someone whose kids die. Because it's like the worst thing that can happen.
Excuse me.
Good point.
Yeah. I've never thought of that, actually. He's gonna go tell him?
Probably.
He's gonna hate him.
God, I owed you for lunch.
Can't do it.
Mr. Lou's gonna watch over you and no video games.
Love you. Bye. Yes, video games. Come on, go.
Oh yeah, they're gonna play some video games. What the? Masks? The red hand on it? What the?
That's smart.
Makes them pretty hard to track. Whoa, he's got super strength or something? Ow! Mysterious.
You have no income over the last 5 years.
How can you have income if you don't exist?
I've been gone, like several billion other people. But if you look at our plan.
Pretty good excuse.
Is there any chance, and of course you could say no, that I could get a selfie with your arms out?
Are you serious?
Damn.
We're going to get that loan. I don't care if I have to go to every bank in the city.
You don't know what happened these last 5 years. I was alone with 2 babies and I survived.
We're not selling our family's legacy.
You gonna do me like that when you know I'm right?
Yep.
It's difficult. Yeah, you got it on camera.
Yeah, he had the camera in his pocket.
Let's keep this between me and you, okay?
All right.
Oh my God, Sam. You better look at this.
We need a real person who embodies America's greatest values. We need someone to inspire us again that the United States of America has a new hero.
Ooh.
Join me in welcoming your
What?
new Captain America.
Well, that must sting like hell. Who the fuck is this guy?
That took a turn?
Yeah, that took a turn. What a slap in the face.
I was kind of expecting to see how Falcon would pick up the mantle from Captain America.
Yeah. But they talked him... It seems like they talked him out of it, or at least... And he also talked himself out of it. And they were like, no, we're going to put it in a museum, and that's where it belongs. But then they just wanted someone else, I guess. And why not Falcon? That's just... Why this guy? Who is he?
Yeah, it
I
was...
guess we're going to find
it's
out.
all unknown, so yeah.
Yeah.
But off to a nice start. Very much action in the beginning. Kind of nice. And then trying to set the scene, so kind of like that.
Yeah, getting to see what life is like after those 5 years when people were gone, and how it's affecting a lot of people, and what they're trying
to
to
get a
do.
loan. You haven't worked having an income for 5 years. Duh.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. Not even being able to get a loan when you are an Avenger.
Well, how do they make their money? I mean, Stark didn't have any issues with it.
No.
He started off rich. So.
And yeah, we're going to keep watching to see if there's a post-credit scene, of course.
But they set the scene for the bad guy, the Flag Smashers.
Yeah, whoever they
guy.
are. I wonder when we're going to see, because we know that the villain from Civil War, Zemo, he's going to be in...
He's going to be in there somewhere, so yeah.
There he is. Yeah. I was very happy to see Rhodes again.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if he was going to be in it really a lot or anything. Or maybe there's no post-credit scene.
Might not be.
So far, it's a nope.
But with the post-credit scenes, they got us watching all the goddamn
credits. Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a smart tactic.
It is.
And they're even making me just fast forward through the rest of it just to see if there is anything.
Just to be on the safe side.
Nah, doesn't seem like it. Maybe later on in the series, just like WandaVision, there weren't post-credit scenes in the first 6 or 7 episodes or something. And I think in the first 6 episodes, there weren't any post-credit scenes, and it was only for the last 3 episodes. So we'll see. But this was a first good episode.
It was nice, and it was in the Marvel universe. I mean, it's wasn't as surprising as WandaVision when you start off there, but I kind of felt great with the old
MCU style.
Yeah.
You feel right at home, and it's definitely easier to follow along and see what's going on compared to WandaVision. Again, the way that they started that series was everybody was just lost and like, what the hell is going on?
Where are they going with that one?
Yeah, and
fun to watch though with the old what do you call it, sitcoms?
Yes, very much, and all the references. And here we just really get to take a deep dive into the actual MCU stuff post Endgame, and to see how Sam is doing with his family, and how he's struggling and coming back after 5 years. Same with Bucky, and the way that he is struggling with everything that's been going on through his entire lifespan there, and being the Winter Soldier and trying to make amends. I didn't know if they were going to dive into that and dive into his past.
He had a list of things that he sort of kind of want to cross out, so they might be doing that for a while. I don't know when they'll find each other. I like the way that they work together against Spider-Man and stuff like that.
Yeah, and
the
Civil War
between the two. So
yes, they were like begrudgingly working together, and I like that. I was about to say camaraderie, but I like the chemistry between them at least, and it makes for a lot of funny moments and some good action. And I'm sure they're going to team up soon, because the series is, called The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
At some point.
Yeah. But it makes sense at first that we're going to see them just in their separate lives and how they're dealing with things. And there were some tough things there for both of them, as I just alluded to, with Sam and his family and not being able to get the loan. And I also get, the sister maybe not blaming him per se, but at least being like, I held this family afloat and this boat afloat literally for 5 years when you were gone, and it's not gonna help. Like, you're not gonna be able to help me in that way, just because you're back now. And even though he's an Avenger, can't even get a loan. That was also
That's
hard
surprising.
to watch.
But then again, how do they get their money? They're not getting paid. They're not getting salary. He might be with the Air Force, so he might get some salary that way around. I don't know.
Yeah, it was just, that guy being so excited about, I'll get to meet an Avenger and the Falcon, and can I take pictures with you, and can you flap your arms, and it's just like, dance for me.
And by the way, no to the loan.
Yes, that's and then you don't want to take pictures with the guy. I totally get that.
Yeah. But also the ending with the new Captain America, that was kind of, where's that going to take us now?
Yes.
We're going to get a couple of more episodes where they're apart and then they're fighting together to fight the new Captain America? Or does he have any special abilities or?
Yeah. We know nothing about the guy and why they chose him, other than the fact that let's just be honest about it, he looks more like the old Captain America. I don't know if it's just because he's white kind of deal, or if it's they didn't trust Sam to do it. It's just
the whole outfit that if you look at the face on him, it's clearly he's not hero material. I mean, if you look at the whole way they set that up.
Yeah, and the way he was winking at the camera, it seemed wrong, definitely, and just as we said, a huge slap in the face for Sam and for Cap as well. Steve Rogers, because he chose Sam for a reason. He trusts him. He knows that he has those qualities to be it's like a symbol of hope for the people. And
I was kind of hoping that he would pick that up. I mean, the whole goodbye scene with Captain America handing over the shield and being an old guy saying, "You got this more or less from here on out.
This is yours now."
Yeah. So I was kind of hoping an easy takeover and then see a new Captain America with fighting something else. So it took a turn for me, but
but they'll get there. They'll definitely get there. I'm sure it's going to be something that's going to evolve through the series, and then maybe by the end of it, he's going to finally accept the mantle and be like, I can do this, and Steve did choose me for a reason. And then Bucky hopefully is going to be there to back him up and be his friend, just like he was a friend to Steve back in the 40s when they were fighting in World War II. And that was also something that I enjoyed seeing a lot, it's hard to say it's enjoyable because it was rough to see what Bucky was going through with dealing with all this stuff. And when the realization hit us that the guy he was talking to and spending time with, the old guy there, that was like his son that he killed in that flashback. And that's part of the whole making amends thing. And he doesn't really trust a lot of people. He's not letting them in on what he is dealing with, and I get that as well. The guy has been alone for a long while, and the only peace he's gotten in the last many years in Wakanda, where he was probably also like we saw him there when he got the new metal arm from T'Challa. And he was just by himself out in the wild almost.
Without the arm, so he wasn't any special at that, more or less.
He still got
special when he was taking the time out.
He was just relaxing, and that was the only time that he got to be with himself and his thoughts, and he still hasn't had time to process everything that
went on. But on the other hand, the psychologist, as you said, you need friends. I mean, he should probably go out more.
Yeah, you do need some people to talk to, or it is a good, like, talking with people about the things that you're dealing with and getting it out there and not just burying it deep down and just having these nightmares and waking up and then denying having the nightmares. That's probably not going to help his mental state at all.
But at the same time, he's a badass, so there's got to be that.
Yeah.
part
You
of
know,
it
it's
as well,
it's
so,
it's
yeah.
very, you know, typical. Like, I don't want to show that I'm weak, but it's all right. And if you have people you trust in, then you can talk to them, and hopefully Sam is going to be that for him. And that's
I
where we're going to get the
that's-
bonding. And
Yeah,
this.
we're going to get the bonding, and Bucky was a good friend of Captain America, and being a decent guy, standing up for him when he was tiny
Yeah.
Captain America.
Yeah.
What do you even call it?
Yeah. Before he got the super soldier serum thing, all the way back in the first movie.
And some funny moments and funny comments, and I kind of like that with the Marvel universe as well.
They're good at weaving that in,
yeah.
and still keeping it serious and very grounded in this one. Like the movie that this one was, you know, most resembling just in the feel and atmosphere was definitely The Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
that movie, and that movie did feel more grounded, and it was more spy stuff and what's going on behind the scenes with the government, for example. Or in that one, it was very much SHIELD centric. But here we're also getting some of the same stuff, and you know, the decisions and how to keep people safe.
We're getting a setup for the bad guy or bad guys, and this is still out in the open. There's a bit of spy stuff. There's flag smashers. Good old bank robbery, more or less. So,
yes.
A lot of stuff in there to build one. So
cool way they did it though, and like clever way of doing it. If you can say it like that about the bad guys, and those masks that they were wearing with the red hand, it reminded me a lot of the totally different franchise, but Lord of the Rings, where it was the white hand of Saruman.
Oh yeah,
I just got a flash to that, and was like, oh, it's kind of the same, just red. But I'm sure we're going to see more of those and dive into, okay, who are they exactly? Who's behind all of this? And maybe that's when Zemo is going to come in again, and we're going to see him and his. In the comic books, he's wearing a very purple getup.
Yeah,
and I think I've seen like from some of the promotional material that he's going to be wearing some of the same, or at least some sort of a purple hood mask thing.
Okay,
and I do like that actor, so I'm curious about when we're going to see him. And then once again, just happy to see Rhodey, and that was a nice little conversation him and Sam had there in that little Captain America museum. I always love when they show love for Cap, because he was just the best.
That was a nice museum for him.
Very, very much. But then going against his wishes in the end, and now we're circling back to that and choosing a guy that he definitely did not vouch for.
That's for the title, A New World Order. One thing is that people have been away for 5 years, so they didn't have any income and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, New World Order, there's going to be a new Captain America to set up a new hero
for the people in a way,
or whatever. And that's probably going to spin out of control somehow.
Yeah. Definitely. And we're going to see exactly where that goes. But this was a good first episode.
Yeah.
And I'm curious to see how they're going to structure the rest of it. There's not a lot of episodes, and there's 6 episodes in total.
6, yeah.
So it's, and the episodes are also, at least this one was longer than most of the episodes we got from WandaVision.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like 45 minute-ish episodes, and then the credits are like, there's a lot of credits. It says 50 minutes on Disney Plus, but that wasn't 50 minutes. It's 50 minutes with 5 to 6 minutes of credits.
Yeah, in both hands, more or less. So
yeah.
But it's a, if you add it up, it's going to be a good movie, and
good long movie.
Interested in where it's going to take us. Unlike WandaVision, where there's a lot of hints and I think you have to discuss afterwards.
Yeah, Easter eggs.
I didn't find that many in this one, but once I get home, I might call you and ask, what about this and what about that?
Yeah, I'm sure people are dissecting every frame as we speak, and going through the episode to see what sort of hints are there. But yes, it was easier to follow along with this one compared to the beginning of WandaVision, and that was more of a mystery unfolding and something you had to kind of piece through, whereas as this one is straight out the gate, just
Marvel,
so, taking us along for a Marvel ride.
It did the trick. I'm not as grumpy as when we started. I just came from work when we started,
good.
so I'm not as grumpy. That was a good that was a good entertainment for about 45 minutes or so.
Yes, yes.
It's nice talking about it and getting my mind off the stuff at work. It's coming back now, as you can hear on my voice. I'm getting more and more grumpy, but this was good. I'm gonna take it easy on out for the weekend as well. So
yes.
Have a nice weekend, all of you guys.
Yeah, have a nice weekend, guys. And we're going to be back next week with the next episode of The Falcon and Winter Soldier. But this was episode 1, New World Order. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon. Bye.